welcome back to the energy vibration of January 2016. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for being here. And I hope, I'm hoping that you're having a wonderful time this new year because 2016, it's just going to be a year of calmness up and down. But, we have to work with the energies that is here. And I am beginning, and because January begins the year, the month of the new year. And January is the wheel of karma. And whenever the wheel of karma comes up, I've always told people that the wheel of karma energies is if you were having a bad period in 2015, then in 2016 the wheel of karma will turn. So then the situations in your life and all what you went through in 2006 15 will actually be changing. So the vibration will be changing in the month of January. But when we look at the wheel of karma, it has to do with karma contracts that we have hold with other people in our lives, which it can be with your kids, with your colleagues, with people who you have to deal with in huge organizations. And whenever the wheel of karma comes up, it's we're cleaning up and we're actually balancing and healing all that has happened in former years, years of reincarnation, and cleansing the energy and cleansing the vibration and healing what we have accumulated all those years for once and for all before we start the ascension wheel. And with this, it's a time when from 2015 to 2017 it's going to be it's like the energy of earth is changing, and once the energy of earth is changing, then the energies of the whole solar system and everything around us change. So um, the karma wheel comes up because we're working on karmas. And why in January? It's because this is the new year, and it's like, it's like when you have a earthquake, everything it's like jumbled up and it shakes up, and it's like your guides and angel and Mother Earth is saying, "I am doing a rebirth." So things has to change, and when the earth change, the people around it change, and everything within it change. As I move and look at the energies at this is the overall of the month of January. The first week we also have the wheel of fortune coming back in the first week, which is this doesn't really happen. It is, from 2012, you can see that the energies are changing because this never really happened. That the same month energies is governed the same week, not all the time. When it happens, that means that the wheel of fortune, in this case, is the Arcana card. That Arcana is saying, look at this. This is what we want you to work on, because this is very important that you see that the changes are happening in your life and the changes are happening around you. So you have to vibrate, because what happened is that the energy vibration is changing. So whatever you vibrate in 2015, you're calming down and you're vibrating on a more higher frequent level energies. So just like the people who have moved out of the third dimension, they move to the fourth dimensions, and then some people are moving to the fifth dimension. And what you do when you move in the fifth dimension, then you accept the Christ light, you accept and understand that we are all connected with everything on planet Earth. And once planet Earth start to change, we as people and our perception has to change with it, or else we just um, stay in a stagnant we don't move, and we can go 1 foot further and 1 foot backward. And for all the people who have felt stuck in the last couple of years, I'm asking you to go and look at your astrological um, birth card, because there is the information. Why have you been stuck? Um, and not moving forward since 2012. And that will help you actually to know what planets are in your birth chart. And then it will help you to move out of that vibration to a much higher vibration. Because when you know why you've been stuck at a certain point in your life, it's like you got divorced and you don't know how to move on, or you lose your job and you're trying everything but it's not working. Those are points in people's life when they feel stuck and they feel like I can't go any further, I can't see my way out. And it's best to go and look up what planets are in your charts and why are you stuck, because most of the time when Saturn move through somebody's planet, it is saying, it's Saturn is the ruler of um, uh, with is the ruler of changes, and it shakes you up whenever Saturn goes in your birth chart and go this planet is it shakes you up, so you have to move and you have to look at things. um we're looking at the second week, and when we look at the second week, justice comes up. So again, in the second week, justice comes up and it is working with the lovers, and the energy of justice and the lovers coming up. That mean most people who are having lawsuit, because when lawsuit or you are having a conflict and this conflict is being resolved, there are people who you had the conflict with, because you can have inner conflicts, and when you have inner conflicts, you have inner conflicts with yourself. And but in this case, justice comes up, and when justice comes up, you are having conflict with somebody else. It can be a divorce, it can be lawsuits, it can be cases, and so you having a conflict with an or organization. And in the second week, that is what you have to work on. But the good thing about it is that because justice governs the second week, it's going to be okay, because justice, fairness will come out in the second week, and that's going to be beautiful. Um, Again, the energy of the month is the wheel of fortune, so obviously that has been karma clearing, because when justice comes up is the scales are being balanced. So that means it's a karma that you have had in many lifetimes that you're working out now, and in the second week the scale will be balanced. As we move on and we look at the third week is actually the week of the hangman. And this is normal because um, when we go through all that karma clearing and the scale and getting the scale balance, then your energy vibration from all what has happened is actually you go in like a dip, because you have to mentally work out what was going on, and that it is actually comes to an end and the scale are balanced. So what happened is that the third week you'll be in the element of water, and you know the key word is meditation, and the color is aqua. So surround yourself with blue light, and it will calm you and bring you to a more stable point in your life after those 2 weeks, because it's January, it's the first month in the year, and things does happen. I mean, if even you start a new job, you have to um, get comfortable in your own skin, in your own self, because everything is new around you. And when we look and see what the energy is, because of it is the month of the wheel of karma, then you see that there are changes, and when changes happen, you have to adjust. So look at the third week as an adjustment period in your life, and take it easy in the third week. In the fourth week, as we look at it, is that transformation, which is brilliant, because um, it's just reading the story and letting you know that after all the storm, there come a calm. And in the second week, the balance of the scale come. In the third week, you were taking it easy, because you were like kind of resting in the third week. And in the fourth week, transformation, death, comes up because um, death is a transformation, rebirth, and new beginnings. And it is so obvious because the whole year is the year from water, and in the third week and fourth week, we that those 2 weeks are governed by the element of water. So um you know, transformation, it's like water. It's a recycle. You transform something, your life, everything around you, because the old energy of the year is water. So it's the transformation, is rebirth, is um, cleansing of things, and it's moving out, and it's the year of the water. And at the beginning of the year is the wheel of fortune. So use January, and whatsoever situation you're going through in January, it's going to be okay, because the fourth week, the element of water comes back. The key word transformation is there, so it's transforming whatsoever what's happening in your life. And in the fourth week, use the ray or the color or the energy, whatever you will call it. um the ray, it's is the light, is the light, is the color light, be light that you can use. The ray is light rays. So use the white, the pure white ways, of which Archangel Gabriel is the bringer of the pure white ray. Use it to surround you in that week, and it will help you. And whenever transformation comes up, the angels who's always there helping you with transformation, it's like Archangel Azrael. And you can use that angels to help you to release your past, because sometimes we hold on to things in our past, and sometimes we don't want to let go things out of our past, but we need to let go, because when we let go of the hold, that we can make space for the new to come in. And this is what we need to do. Every individual has comes up in that, in some stage of your life, because if you are a child and you are um, you begin school and then you're moving on to another grade, you loses the friends that you have in that class, so you're moving on to another level. So every time that we're moving up the scale, we our vibration begin to vibrate at a totally different level. So whenever you transform things in your life and you let things go, then the vibration of letting go, you can ask Archangel Azrael to help you to let go of things and let them out of your life, so the new can come in. And when the new comes in, you vibrate on a totally different level and a higher level. Um, it's wonderful. It's beautiful. As I give you a bowl to bowl from the first week, which you when we look at what's happening in the first week, it's karma with justice. When karma and justice comes up, you're balancing the scale. You're balancing what was unjust to you. In the second week, justice come back as the overall theme for that week, and you're working with the lovers card. And when the lovers card comes up, the lovers card meaning, it doesn't mean that it's your husband, wife, or so. The lovers card meaning partnership. So if you have partnership, if you're a business partner, your colleague, if you're in an organization that's working together to release. So whatsoever that was unjust, that happened and was unjust, justice comes up in the second week. In the third week, remember again, we have the hangman, but the hangman is actually working with a karma wheel. And this is so beautiful, because this I really have to explain to you. The third week is the week of the hangman, which is staying in limbo. Yeah, because you're working. Also, the overall theme for the third week is the wheel of fortune vibration. So remember that these two arcanas are working together. That's the energy of the third week. So you have the limbo and the wheel of fortune working together. So don't forget, because what it's doing, it's actually balancing off what had happened before and moving that energy vibration away from you. And we're coming back to the fourth week. And the fourth week, we have that, which is transformation. And that was working with the number 5 card of the Arcana. And whenever death and transformation comes up, what we should actually not forget is that, the number 5 card is the Arcana, the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is organization. So um, it's so beautiful because the energies is so beautiful, and using the arcanas to give to deliberate the energy vibration is beautiful, because then people understand who and what they're working with. Um, the third week is death, transformation. So who are you working out that death, that endings and rebirth with? You're working it out with an organization, and this is so beautiful, because then you will understand that it has nothing to do with your family or whatsoever. It's happening with a group of people, an organization. And once the arcana comes up, you should think about groups that you're associated with. People at your work. It's always groups and people at your work. The arcana, the number 5 card. I mean, this card has to do with arcana, and that is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is always organization. So you know that whatsoever had happened in the organization, it can be the Fasacre Mascapai, it can be a group of, yeah, people, your neighborhood, in your neighborhood, but you're dealing with in the fourth week a group of people, and there is going to be a transformation. So whatever energy that was vibrating in 2005, or whatever situation, it can be the hospital, it can be the insurance company, it can be stuff that you were trying to get through. It can be your hypothec, your mortgage broker. It can be just various things. But you'll be working with a group of people in the fourth week. And that situation, the energy vibration that is vibrating with that group and that situation that you have been working with, it's going to finish, it's going to end, and there's going to be a transformation, new births, and new beginnings. And I'm so grateful that you're back for the January energies, and I hope to see you in February. And I'm saying namaste until February.